Hi, you ladies. You full?
Hi, Ma. Hi, Daddy.
Did you eat enough?
I ate too much.
Grammy ate too much? No.
Oh, the sun is really bright. Oh.
Bright? Okay.
Really bright.
Alrighty.
Can I take your picture?
No, that's alright.
Hey, here's this. Way at it.
Hmm? Picture.
Gosh, we got a picture together.
Yeah, look at that.
Hi.
Hello, who's that? Who's that? From afar. At least we think it's an underground. There they come. You see them? There they are.
Oh my God, they're creeping. See it, Mom? Look. Oh,
The people.
look at it going upside down.
Oh, they do upside down?
They do a loop.
Oh, I know
You
that.
have to get up further to see the loop.
Oh.
I know, they really go slow too. Give you the height.
I wonder if there's a place where you can get a better shot.
I think you might be able to get a better shot. Oh, yeah, it's good. Wow.
Well, they don't have to pay if they fall out, Graham.
Oh, yes, they do. They have to pay for the amount.
Oh, they do? That's not fair. No, I didn't see that. Sparks? I don't see no sparks. That's just reflecting that I can see. Well, we'll look at it on the video, Graham, and we'll see if we see any sparks, okay? Maybe she's right. I don't see any. Of course, I'm looking in here. It's kind of hard to see anything like that. Come on, Graham. You don't want to go on it? How's Helen today?
Not too cut.
What's the matter, Helen? You still... matter?
My chest is bothering me.
Ah. Every day it's something, huh? It's a shame.
You think you're a mistake there?
I guess so.
I don't know.
Where are you, honey? That's a little head I'm going to come around.
Surfer lady going out. She has a like a wetsuit.
Where, behind me?
Yeah, behind you to your left now.
Oh, I saw her putting it on.
Oh yeah, she's out there. We're trying to catch the wave.
She's behind me? This is Venice. Marina del Rey. What do you think?
Overcast.
Yeah, it's pretty there.
So they're gonna come tonight, Sharon, to the thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great.
Weird.
I hope you
That's
enjoy
what
it.
Mike, he's all freaked out.
Lumpy cat.
He says, oh, I'm gonna get this done. It didn't look
Not
like...
in California?
I saw
Well,
that.
I was here before Lou's first time. I was here for work. I had to come.
Yeah.
But,
I met Papa and I met two other guys.
Yeah. It's neat around here, isn't it? Around CalArts.
yeah, very nice. I like it. It's beautiful around here, the mountains. We went on a...
That's 31 dollars. How many figures have gone over? Boy, you got a miss.
I said 40, but...
Yeah, so I should do at least 9 more.
This is Linda's magic carpet.
She has a magic carpet?
I'm kidding. She hasn't come down. Woo. And that's where CalArts was supposed to be, maybe. Malibu.
There's, what's it called?
Pepperdine.
Pepperdine, yeah.
Boy, that's pretty.
That's where-
Pepperdine.
that's
Is
where
that
Cali-
religious school,
No,
though, because
no.
it has a big heart. A big,
Oh, actually, it might be kind of.
Big,
It's like, that was where CalArts was considering the thing.
Yeah, it's Christmas lights in it,
Look at Boo looking at the car.
Who?
So, what did you get Rodney for his birthday?
Oh, he was
Somebody hit
there.
me with something?
What do
I
you mean?
wished him a happy birthday. He could have died.
What?
Ooh, how did she know?
He told me.
Yeah, well, you told him he looked older than the last time you saw him,
I
too.
said, you look older than the last time I saw you. 2 days ago.
I can whip him.
He has a cold.
So how you feeling, Sharon?
Pretty good.
That's Diane's birthday.
That's what I said.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Every once in a banana moon. Every once in a banana moon. There comes a warming wind. Yeah. The warming wind we ride dear to a planet far away. The banana came through my window one day. Meteor that's on an out of sight flight on a Saturday. On this frozen orb we will alight and bring the warming wind. The warming wind we ride deep. The warming wind we ride stirs up an appetite for forgotten love, melting the ice caps and all those who are frozen in that warming That Frozen place. Now all that's left is aftertaste. I've been up all night, dreaming and dreaming, flying high.
Hold on, just wait. We're off. Go on that cushion and go underneath it. I never liked that. I'm too scared to do that. For some reason.
Complex case.
Parking lot over here with all the, it's pretty unfortunate. Yes, it is.
This is Beverly Hills, the top of Beverly Hills, overlooking the city. That's going to sound funny on this tape. You know, so what we did is we went to Jersey. I can't remember, I told you, but I don't know if you remember. So we went there, and we went to Patterson. We went
Oh,
to
yes,
where we
you
used
did
to live.
Carroll Road, uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
How's everything there? Did you go by the house we used to live in?
Well, I found it because I remember Lafayette.
Did you
Glen.
remember it? Yeah.
Oh, it took, well, I tell you, we drove around, and to make it short, we gave ourselves about an hour or so. And it was getting like we couldn't find it. We just had a feeling it's going to be right here. Because one person would say, oh, it's down there, and you go down there, and the other person would say, I never heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
So sure enough, we're just ready to say, well, I guess we've already get back on the road because we were, you know, traveling.
Uh-huh.
And so we said, well, we'll ask this one more person. And we asked this guy, and sure enough, it was like right around the corner.
Oh, for goodness sake, yeah.
And so they
It's been a
rebuilt.
long time since
Oh
we
my
lived
God,
there, yeah.
yeah, God. It's, so there was what, a beauty parlor under there? There was a beauty parlor.
In the house that we lived in, you mean?
Yeah, downstairs.
Yeah, there
so
used to be a
downstairs.
store down there, yeah.
Well, remember, we used to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
The beauty parlor was part, I don't even know what the main part was. Do you remember? Was that still a grocery or what? I forget. I think it was a bunch of stores.
Uh-huh.
It was divided up, you know?
Yeah, they
Mr.
probably...
Rainier was the guy, right?
Oh, I don't remember.
That's the guy's name. I remember because I used to go
Oh,
down
you
there.
got a good memory.
And,
Say you climbed over on that.
what's that? Oh yeah, I saw the sign I went out on one time. I don't, you probably remember, but I remember one time I was out on the sign, Mr. Rainier's sign. And,
I don't remember that.
I know. Well, my mom called my mom got a phone call from somebody across the street and says, your son is out there crawling around.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
And she came and got me up there.
I remember when you used to go out to a dump somewhere and come home, and I used to fall the little daylights out of you. Because you came home with dirty shoes.
Yeah, you were never me.
Ah,
You were
yeah.
never me. You were
I remember I
never
used to watch you and Judy go to school in the morning.
me.
I'd watch you crossing the street.
Our famous one, of course, was that one night when we got pitch black. You know what you're talking about, that we went to that coal place, that coal store.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Judy and I went to this place. That's Judy and I, of course.
Oh, yeah, those were the days. I think we were married only 3 years then.
Is that right?
And I think I had my operation when I lived there too. My thyroid operation.
Well, I remember, but anyway, I started to tell you, they rebuilt that church we used to go to.
Oh, really?
That Lithuanian church, remember Judy and I used to go to, well, I used to walk down there a lot. Judy
I really don't remember how far
Yeah.
away was it. I
It was
don't.
just around the corner.
Oh,
And remember
really?
that park across, well, no man's land in that park.
See, I
Yeah, that
can't
park was
retain
there.
things anymore.
Yeah,
I
that
just.
park was there, still there. And the rest, yeah, of course, it looks different. We found the public school. We walked a little farther to school than I remembered. I remembered public school number 10, and we found it, and then I thought, well, did I remember right, or is it too? But that's the one. And it was just a little further. You know, we used to have a little walk in the morning and coming back.
Yeah. Did you drive around Park Avenue where we lived once too?
No. See,
No.
that one I didn't remember now.
Yeah.
Because I remember living with
I remember
you.
Park Avenue. We lived on the 5th floor in this building.
Yeah, to me it was like, I thought it was like the 30th floor or something.
Yeah.
Was it only the 5th floor?
Yeah, it was
To
only
a little
it was
kid,
the
it
biggest, it was
like,
the top. I mean, it was the highest floor in the building.
Is that
It
right?
was only 5 floors. I remember you used to come over and
Oh, yeah.
throw things out of the
Oh, I
window.
know. To me it was like unbelievable. It wasn't real. When I think back, you know what I'm saying? It was, I couldn't believe it was that.
Yeah.
I did throw some things out the window. And then I remember my famous, I was supposed to be taking a nap. You guys were taking a nap. And there was a fly in there bothering me, and I got up and hit the window and broke the fly. I hit the
window,
fly
I
and broke
remember.
the window. Yeah, because I remember the awnings. I remember somebody saying my mom had to buy the awnings. I thought it was terrible.
Oh yeah, there was an awning downstairs, and that's where when you used to throw the cans out of the window, it would hit the awning. Thank God didn't hit anybody on the street. Well, he was only, I really don't know how old you were at that time.
Still does.
4 or
Still
5,
does
5 or
stuff
6.
like that. Still does. Yeah,
Oh, it's pretty well. I can tell you that. That was about five or
At
Five,
the
yeah,
most,
5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah, at the most, because we just, I hadn't had I start, I don't think I'd
I
started
really don't know.
kindergarten yet, because
I
remember I
really don't
started
know.
kindergarten. Well, I started kindergarten when I was 6, because my birthday I missed on my birthday, and they were real strict about that, I remember that. So I went to kindergarten in 6th grade.
Uh-huh,
Six-
6
at
years old.
six.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Scranton, I skipped 4th grade. I went from 3rd grade to 5th grade. So I kind of got even.
Yeah,
But
caught up, yeah.
what a deal that was. That was
yeah. So how are things with you, Carol? You're looking beautiful as usual.
Is that where you go to the hospital?
No. That's,
Oh.
I have quite a distance to go to the, I have to take 2 buses. But, no, St. Vincent's is supposed to be a very good heart hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had oncology there too, I saw.
Yeah, I think so too, But they
you-
specialize in heart patients.
Oh.
They have a lot of medical centers in here.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Gosh. Do you belong to any senior citizens club?
I belong to Kaiser, no, not the senior citizens, I belong to Kaiser Hospitalization out here. When I was working, I joined the union, and through the union I had my hospitalization. But it's a very good thing to have, because when Charlie he had 2 operations, didn't cost me a cent. I had mine, didn't cost me a penny.
Gee, that's
So-
Kaiser, huh?
The Kaiser, yeah. So I still continue it. I have to pay $50 a month now, but it's worth it really in the
Oh,
in the
sure.
long run.
Do you belong to Medicare?
Yeah, mhm,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
So if you move to Las Vegas, the Kaiser doesn't.
No, that's one reason why I don't want to go.
Oh, I wouldn't, gee.
No, I wouldn't give up my hospitalization.
Don't,
Why-
because
why-
But I've been
What's
going
the
to this doctor
locale?
now for 25 years, you know.
you don't know when you'll need
But
it.
why is it?
It's an HMO.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a
oh,
good,
it's
'cause
like
I
them,
heard of it.
Yeah.
But they don't
Yeah.
let you move. I don't understand that
Well,
part.
it's by area,
That's it.
just like our, in our area, Kaiser Permanente.
You think that like
Yeah.
just go to another? Oh.
Well, I could always take during my every 3 or 4 month visits, I could take a bus, but it's a nuisance.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So how long does it take to get to Vegas from here?
About 5.5 or 6 hours by bus.
Oh.
So it's just a nice ride.
That's good, you can take
Yeah, I
the
love to go.
bus.
I won $260 the last month when I was up there. And it was my last day, I didn't have time to put it back.
Well,
I
that
love
was
to
good
go.
you won.
Yeah,
it's good you won.
Oh, yeah.
That's well.
Are you guys gonna stop in Vegas by any chance on your way back?
We were thinking to go up to San Diego.
San Francisco.
I mean San Francisco we figured probably it's 8-hour drive we're told. We're gonna take the slow scenic,
Oh,
along the coast.
When are you
So
planning
that
on
might
going
take
back?
about 4, not this weekend, but the next Monday.
Uh-huh.
What's that? So what?
21st.
21st?
Are you on vacation now?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
2 weeks.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so we figured we'd stay 2 weekends to be with the girls.
Oh, yeah.
They both have school today. Sandra's last day of school
And she's graduating tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Oh.
Makes it nice.
Well, what is she gonna do then? Going back to Maryland?
No, they'll live here.
Oh, they're gonna stay out here, huh?
Yeah.
They like California.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The weather's beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
The weather is gorgeous.
The weather
Except for
isn't
the
it?
fact that we don't get any rain.
Yeah, that's
They're
bad.
starting to ration water now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it's 4-year drought.
Yeah, it's very serious condition right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you fare in earthquakes? Does the place rattle much or what? Do you feel them here?
You feel them, yeah, but it doesn't scare me. I'm used to them now. You know. There was a pretty big one when I was in Vegas one year. I don't know, it was last year. I came home and everything, the mantle was on the floor, you know. And in the bathroom, the cover on the back of the toilet was blown down. So it must have been pretty bad, you know, but I missed it, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you get used to it in time. Uh,
Well, what
so
we-
everywhere, you know, and in the Midwest they got tornadoes and floods and things. Right now they're having very bad weather. Floods in Kansas and Texas. It's real bad out there now. So 6 of one and half a dozen of another, you know.
Well, it's fairly mild where we are. Every now and then there's some kind of weird. The only thing that our weather is weird is that you can have this 3 seasons in one day. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
It's, if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable someday. It's just
Yeah.
like this. In fact, this last spring and last few months have been crazy. I mean, we had like 3 days in February that were 90 degrees or so
Oh my.
in February.
Yeah.
And then of course March
I
came
think I
and
read
it got
about it.
cooler, you know, and then it goes back. It's crazy. You never know
Yeah.
what to wear. Like people used to be able to say, well, you put your spring clothes, get them out, and put your winter. You know, now everybody's got everything out. You don't know what to wear. One day you're wearing shorts, and the next day they're wearing jackets and everything. So what's this? This is, of course, this is still spring here. So
Yeah.
they say it gets. I saw this book. It had all the high and low averages.
Uh-huh.
So of course you get hotter in the summer
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
But I guess the winters, the kids tell me,
The winters are
usually
very
never
nice. Very
freezes.
nice.
It'll just go down.
It gets cold, yeah.
cold, but it doesn't freeze. Right?
No, no,
There
no,
may be
no.
40s.
No
right?
snowstorms.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. I love the weather out here. God, I've been out here since 1947, I think it is. It's a
Uh-huh.
long time. Ah,
So your sister always lived in Las Vegas?
no, she's only been up there about, I guess about 15 years now. But she lived in California too for a long time.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, she owns her own home up there, and I don't think I could live with her though. It's very hard to live with anybody else. They have their own ways of doing things, and one doesn't agree with the other and all that, you know.
Oh, is her husband
Did what?
alive?
No.
Oh.
No, she's a widow.
Oh, she's in
Yeah, she was married twice. But who knows? I may have to eventually move up there. They keep raising my rent here every
So,
year.
Yeah, that's a
But,
shame that that insurance company doesn't go out there.
Well, they may eventually. You never know. So, well, we'll see.
Did your sister have any children?
No, neither one of us had any children.
Oh, it's just the two of you.
Just the two of us.
I see. So no wonder she'd like to have you come in.
Yeah, she's 6 years older than me. She's going to be 81 this year.
That's the one in Vegas.
Yeah, she's getting up in years. I think I have a picture of her here. Oh, she gave me this picture when I was up there last time.
Yeah.
Does she go to the places to gamble?
She loves to play bingo, you know, and but she doesn't play every day.
How is she lucky?
Uh,
I'd lose my shirt.
no, you wouldn't. It's fun. You should take a trip up there, all of you.
Oh,
You'd,
gee, that's nice, yeah.
You'd enjoy it.
Gee, she doesn't look anyone, does she?
Yeah, she's
Boy, she's
she
a
tries
sharp.
to keep herself.
She's sharp.
Yeah, she used to be in the Great Walls when she was a
She
young
looks
girl. This is a
good.
picture of her
She used to
in
be
the
what?
Radio City Music Hall when she was on the stage. That's
Oh,
her
no
there.
kidding.
You said she used to
Hey.
be what during the great?
In the Great Waltz in the show on Broadway.
Oh.
Great. Oh, she looks good, really.
Yeah, for her age, she looks pretty good. And she started a Lithuanian club in Las Vegas.
Lithuanian?
Yeah, a Lithuanian club.
Oh, are you Lithuanian?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Is that how we want to go into the Lithuanian church?
That probably, I don't know.
Yeah, because you know, Judy and I always remember.
Yeah.
We used to have to learn the lines in Lithuanian. Of course, we never
Did I go
knew.
to church? I don't even remember. I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think
No, it wasn't very
Well,
good.
when Judy and I were the only ones that went.
Yeah.
It's out of there, the great, that's good.
Yeah, and she used to be on the stage for many years. In fact, she married an actor
Is that the one you always told me about?
Did
No.
Yeah, Gordon Richards.
Yeah.
And
Is that her?
he died, and then she, yeah, that's her.
She's the great waltz, I think I remember
Yeah,
that.
it's an old,
Yeah.
they played on Broadway for a long time. Then they toured the country.
We had, I don't know
So
if
she's
you-
been on the, she's a very outgoing person, you know.
But you used to tell me about, now, so that was your sister's first
My sister's first husband was
first
an
husband?
actor, yeah.
Yeah, and he used to tell us about him. He used to play like in,
Yeah, he
he'd
made
play
a
a
few,
judge or something, you'd say.
he
in a
played,
movie.
yeah, he played in quite a few movies out here.
Uh-huh.
He only had small parts,
Yeah,
but he was in them, you know.
yeah.
In fact, he was in National Velvet with Elizabeth Taylor.
Uh-huh.
He was in the last scene when he found that she was a girl instead of a boy. You
We'll have to
know?
remember, because I'm such a
He
bad
was
man.
a doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So did he work a long time doing that kind of work?
No, not too many. Not too many. He
Uh-huh.
didn't get too many parts. But
That's better than nothing.
yeah, it was a good experience.
Yeah.
And he worked in an airplane factory after that.
Yeah.
It was so funny. You used to have those books when we lived there over in Graham. The explorers, the married couple, what was there, Osa Johnson or something, and they were hunters, and they would go to Africa and they wrote these books and they'd take pictures of the animals.
Oh yeah, Osa
Osa Johnson and something. I forget the other name.
I don't know.
Well, you had those books.
I did. I remember.
Yeah. And one night Judy and I were home. You guys were all, you know how you all went to work, and we were sitting there watching one of those shows, the big show at the time, and not watching, listening on the radio.
Oh yeah, on the radio. Yeah, we didn't have
And you
television
know
then.
that was the grand prize, like the $50,000 or whatever the hell they gave it. Of course, it was astronomical.
Oh my.
And of course, it didn't do us any good because they didn't call us or you couldn't.
Yeah.
But we were like, probably was really weird because we had the books right there.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah, the
remembered
answers.
that trivia, that stupid thing, right?
Uh
Well, that was it. They asked that was the big question.
huh.
And you had to give their names.
Uh huh.
And of course, that's the only ones I knew, right? We were little kids, we thought that was pretty neat. You know.
So how are the girls doing? All right.
Yes, and so a number of her works, so she's all excited. She hasn't gotten paid for them yet, but she's all
She had a show out here or something in Hollywood, didn't she?
Yeah, the guy took some of her stuff to, where is it, when he went overseas, he took some of her stuff with him and sold some. So she's all excited with that. But I don't know where she'll work when she gets out of.
Now what does she do? She paints?
She does moldings. That
She
hang
makes
on
like
the wall.
little, what do you call them?
Wall hangings, like not
Oh.
sculptures, but molds.
Masks?
No.
No.
You know, you saw them.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Here's got a name. They're not figurines.
Mm-hmm.
They're not masks. Because masks are masks. They're, but they're like, so kind of.
But
they
she's
look
like a sculptor then, huh?
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
sculpting, like little
Oh.
pieces that you make and.
But she doesn't.
Uh-huh.
She puts them. She makes them out of molds.
Oh, uh-huh.
So
decorates
exactly
them.
how
But
That's
Linda does
an
the
interesting
paint. Linda does the painting.
job.
Yeah,
Linda does a painting, huh?
Yeah.
But she's more
And
into
she's
that
going to
kind.
school out there too?
She's
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
She has 2 more years to go. And
Yeah.
Cindy's gonna come work. She'll probably work in cooking because she went to culinary school.
Yeah.
So she'll probably work in a restaurant, support herself.
You know, the arts,
That's
like fine arts,
That's a
that's-
tough job cooking. Oh,
Yeah, boy, that's a good job nowadays too.
yeah.
She
But
likes
it's
So
You
much
like to
need.
cook?
Huh?
Do you like to cook?
Oh, I hate to cook. I didn't mind when Charlie was with me, but I don't really enjoy it.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate to cook. Oh, with a passion.
Yeah.
Well, they like it. The 2 of them really like it.
Well, that's good. They'll make
Have
it
you
all
got a
right.
microwave?
That's 3/4 of the battle if you like something, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
So I don't know where. I guess she'll just look in the paper, find a job.
Yeah, fine arts especially. Rough.
She's looking for a place. They're looking, a couple of them from the school are graduating.
Mhm.
One of the girlfriends lives in the Hollywood Hills, right under the sign. The
Oh,
Hollywood-
yeah, uh-huh.
On Beechwood.
Uh-huh.
And she graduated 2 years ago. She and her husband live there. They live all around.
We drove up there yesterday, took some pictures, I guess like everybody does.
Yeah.
But a couple of them will have to go together because they can't afford the rents.
Oh, no, the rents are very high out here, very
Yeah.
high. Crappy little places, you have to pay an awful lot of money.
That's what Sandy said where they lived. The rents are so-
Linda lived with Debbie.
Oh, I'm talking about the girl that's a friend of Sandra's,
Sharon?
Sharon.
Yeah.
The one that's expecting the baby.
Right.
She said the rents there are very, very high.
Yeah, if you ever want to buy a home out here, boy, oh boy, it's
Oh, we saw some homes.
outrageous.
I don't know how they ever pay for them.
And then I saw those homes in Beverly Hills, of course, and they have some nice homes in DC that, you know, are $1 million, $2, $3 million.
Yeah.
And I said, but boy, the homes up here make them look sick. They
Yeah.
think they were poor.
Yeah.
I saw the homes up here.
In comparison,
Their
sure.
egos would really go. right
Yeah.
now.
Nothing like that.
Nothing
Oh,
like
You
God.
guys own your own home out there, don't you?
Yeah, but of
Yeah.
course, that's extreme, you know. I'm
Yeah.
talking about Beverly Hills homes.
Yeah.
But in other words, the other ones we've seen are 350, 250, one, you know.
Yeah.
The poor, a little is 150 or something. We've looked at some homes near the school just for the, you know, curiosity. And, yeah, actually, some of those homes here were actually cheaper here, we figured, than they were in Maryland. Because those type of homes, well, of course, that style and the way they put them together, I think would cost more because they don't build that kind of home. Whereas here, they're more mass-produced into that kind of style, you know.
Yeah.
See? So I imagine an Eastern home costs more here or something. Because the real estate guy did say a lot of people like here would like to have the Eastern style.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody, you know, the people that live in Japan want what the Americans
Yeah.
have. The Americans want
Yeah.
the kids that live in Maryland go to Cal Arts and the kids
Yeah.
in California go to Maryland U or something probably. You know.
Yeah.
you see
the
the
grass
house?
is always
It's
greener on the other
right.
side.
The
Yeah.
houses on stilts.
Pardon me?
The houses on stilts. They have.
Oh, on stilts, yeah.
Yeah, I said I don't mind the hills and all that. And obviously, if I'm on firm ground, I don't mind it. But even though those things are big steel beams.
Yeah.
We went to Malibu the other day.
Oh, that.
And that was nice. And we went out. to the
Yeah, it must be
beach.
beautiful. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
gone out that way.
Malibu is real nice.
Very pretty.
And
Well, you're gonna see more of California than I ever did, believe me.
well, that's usually the way the tourists are.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
go see
It's true.
everything.
It's
And
true.
then we saw where they had the street with all the stars on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That oh was so seedy.
Oh,
What
God. We
was
were up
that?
here on, what was it, Sunday? Or- and God, some lady came down the street naked just about. I'm serious. this black lady came down and she had like a fishnet. And my nose was just totally see-through.
Oh, my.
And then they were telling me, so when I got back, they saw another lady though, and they're asking me what color was her hair, who was she with, and I said, well, I'll be honest, all I saw was her bad hair. I didn't even know she had a head, I said. Because she was quite,
She had 2 eyes.
she was quite endowed too. Some people could wear those outfits and like, it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
who cares, you know, it's like, why bother, right? But this lady was really, you know.
Oh, lady.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lady.
one was
But
See
they
a
had
lot of
some-
sights out here, believe
they
me.
had some,
Yeah, that was really a bad area. Hollywood Vine. Terrible. You think they'd do more at the city to clean it up so it would be
Yeah.
a tourist
It's been a long time since I've been in Hollywood. It used to be nice many years ago, but
That's
it's,
what I figured, yeah.
they say it's terrible now.
Oh.
I asked Sandra, well, it's not the world's worst, but it's
Bad.
not what people would think, you know.
Yeah.
And I asked Sandra, I said, well, you know, and especially, you know, your generation, I know ours followed, and it must be harder on people who've been around a while to see all
Yeah.
the decline. You know, I
Right.
imagine in the 30s and 40s, that was like, I guess, suburbs
Oh.
really pretty built, you
Yeah.
know, beautiful, right?
It was beautiful when
Yeah.
we first came out here in 1947.
And,
It was beautiful.
and it's like that in a lot of inner city places,
Yeah.
you know. So,
Boy.
Well, there's so much crime and gangs and drugs and
Yeah.
everything, you know. And that just ruins everything.
Terrible.
Graffiti all over the place. Terrible.
but I guess they.
Louis made a funny crack. What did you say the other day? Oh, Grandma, the
Oh.
children. The
Yeah, we
children.
were going through this one neighborhood, and well, like I said, we've been around the city like probably more than we've been everywhere about 3 times. It seems like we either get lost or and we're not going anywhere. So that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
We were in some real good neighborhoods
Oh, God.
down there when we first went to L.A. In
Better
fact,
stay-
some of the streets were almost just completely abandoned.
You
But
better
anyway-
stay out of the colored area.
But
my God,
anyway,
it's
we
very
went to this
dangerous.
one place and it was all graffiti everywhere. And I said
Oh,
to
yeah.
Helen, I said, "Hey, Graham, I guess it looks like the kids ran out of paper around here." She had a big kick out of that.
I like
No
that.
paper. Everything was covered with
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, New York, I mean, the subways
Oh,
up
but
there,
that-
I've never gone on them, but.
That
you
one
see all the
neighborhood was
pictures.
so
Oh, my
bad.
God, they just-
Yeah, it must be awful right now, yeah.
But I still think that, we just tolerate too much nonsense.
Yeah,
People,
it's true.
It's really
Yeah,
it's really the adults' fault.
sure.
It's not the kids' fault.
Oh, no, it's the
No,
parents,
yeah,
the parents.
yeah. Now in DC, I'll say they don't. The subways there are just like pristine, I guess. I mean, everything. Now there's a lot of crime, and as you read about the murders, but they are all in just about one area.
Uh-huh.
There's too many around, but the preponderance where it makes the statistics really go up
Yeah,
are like really in a certain area. It's like not really where tourists go or any of that, but there's enough other crime. It's pretty bad. But yeah, the subways, like they don't even have it. You can't even sit down in the subway because they designed them so. It's sad. That's how our society is today. We're
Yeah.
like victims of the crime because they don't even have a seat there because they don't want anybody sitting there. I guess they figure if they put a seat there, some bumbles move in.
mm-hmm.
You see? So
Yeah.
there's no place to even sit. So,
Terrible. Yeah.
So what does the strike look like? It's gonna go on forever?
The bus strike
Yeah.
sure looks that way, doesn't it? Oh, dear. It's terrible for the poor people. People that can't afford to fly or
Oh,
take
yeah,
a train.
right.
It's the poor people who suffer. I think it's terrible.
it's gotten into what they're shooting at each other and all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah, they are,
Yeah.
yeah. A friend of mine said that he thought the government's going to step in soon and settle the whole thing.
Oh.
I hope so.
I haven't read that much about it.
Yeah.
Are the drivers on strike for more wages?
Yeah,
or
I
what?
guess so. More wages and other benefits, I guess. Yeah.
There was a day that was a very.
And they're losing money, so many millions of dollars they've lost since the beginning of the strike. You'd think they'd settle, the owners, but, well, I don't know what their motive is.
Well, there've been a lot of people shoot themselves in the foot in this country over stuff like that. They actually put themselves out of business even.
Oh, sure.
I heard an outrageous one years ago. I'm trying to remember all the details, but it was down there with some little town. I forget whether in West Virginia or Pittsburgh or where. But anyway, the membership decided. They said the only way they could save somebody took over this month, whatever it was, company, and they said, well, we'll either if you can take a certain cut. Like if you can take a certain cut in your wages, we'll try to get it going and the whole thing again. So the members even decided to take a cut, and the dang top dog turned it down. Which was done. I thought unions were like a democratic. I belong to a couple of unions, and I thought it was like democratic. If the membership decides, I didn't see where the president had the authority to turn it down. I never did figure
No,
that one out.
they should vote on it.
Yeah, they did, and then he turned it down, and they closed up the whole day. People didn't have a job. They just closed up the whole place.
Oh,
And they were living in an area where you couldn't, accessible to another company like that, in other words.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's crazy, but,
So what happened to your job, Phyllis? That's a shame.
It's been going on for a while, I guess. Oh, well, it's through the years, the company opened up more shops around.
What kind of work did you do exactly? I never did.
Graphics work. We do everything from do artwork for manuals, which are charts and graphs and fancy graphics, you know, illustrations on how to do this or that. To,
Very precise.
To view graphs, to, so in my years I did everything from cartoons to schematics to annual report covers to the whole routine. And at one time, like, I had 20-some people there, and a big part-time.
And you were with them a long time?
22 years.
Oh my,
And,
that's a shame.
So then, of course, the advent of the computer cut. We could see, in other words, I used to be able to hire tons of people to do things, but with a computer, you know, you didn't
Oh,
need
yeah.
them. And so the computers probably cut half the people out.
Oh, yes.
And
I
in
believe
fact,
it.
And in fact, certain tasks, say if you do a lot of work like view graphs and things like, you know, for meetings and all, these are nothing but things they project for meetings or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, say if a big part of the work is that does more than cut it in half. Because in the old days, you know, we used to do those like, you see a telegram pasted up. Everybody would get their type. They'd have to paste it up, you know, with either double back tape or some kind of 3M tape, and actually go shoot those things or run them through a machine. But in other words, very arduous. Yeah. Now one person can sit there on a machine, and this is before the fancier computers got here, and just do them like somebody can type 60, 70 words a minute.
Yeah.
They could do 30 or 40 of those in no time. So there's things like this.
Yeah, the computer age has put a lot of people out of work.
So so that cuts your people right there, right? So it's a long story, but anyway, and then of course loss of contracts was the big. Losing military contracts, they lost a lot of contracts.
So you don't get a pension?
Oh, I get a pension, but I won't get it till I'm 55.
Oh.
No, 62.
No.
You get one something when you get 55?
Yeah, I told you that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But remember, we discussed this, that when you're 55, in other words, now if I'd have made 30 years,
Gotcha. All right.
see, I only had 22 years. Like my assistant, who was there before I got there, he's still there. They had kept 2 people, is all they kept.
Oh my.
Everybody.
Oh my.
Well, I had to lay off a lot of people
Yeah.
as this went on, you know. I mean, this was the last sort of, the next one, there won't be anybody there. So the way it works is, now like if I made 30 years by the time I was 55, I would get I think you get the whole thing, 30
The
years.
full pension.
Yeah. In my case, I would get the full pension, but what I'm getting at is, if you take it when you're 55 and you have less than 30, you only get like 60%.
Oh, that's right.
So you don't get the full percent.
Yeah, you don't, yeah.
I can wait till I'm 62.
Yeah.
Get the full.
But
I'd get more.
my logic is what we were talking about. I'm probably smarter drawing it when I'm 55 because the money now will be worth more than it will be when I'm 62 or whatever that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I even took that money and put it and just never touched it and just kept rolling it over in our other retirement thing,
Yeah.
then when I'm 62 and start drawing it, it would be worth more money. Whereas
Yeah.
if I let it alone,
Yeah, that's true too.
right? So by the
Yeah,
time
the interest you can get on your.
yeah, because the money when
drawing
I'm
your pension
62
now.
or 65 will be worth less money
Yeah.
than it is today, right?
Yeah.
So even that lady up there, we asked her when
Yeah.
and I had a savings that I kept saving, and they did give you good benefits there.
Besides, if you keep trying to drive me off Mulholland Drive, you won't last till you're 62.
Well, wait a minute, though. See, if I don't last till I'm 62, I don't worry about that. I won't
Do
have
I
no
get
problem.
it? Do I
The
get it?
people that are left, they got to take out the trash and all that. I don't have to worry. See, I don't worry about that. My problems are over, right?
Everything's over there.
That's how I look at it, you know, like, why worry about that? Poor Helen, she worries about everything. What'll happen? I said, what are you worrying about? If I go, I don't care. Well, will I have a nice funeral? I don't care. Who cares?
Don't you worry.
She said, don't you worry.
Oh no. I take things in stride.
Oh,
I live from day to day anymore. Nothing worries me.
ain't that
She
great?
worries about everything.
Nothing.
I told her she had 50 servants and won $60 zillion. She would be worried. Oh, my, treating them nice. You know, whatever. But she's considerate. That's why she worries.
Yeah.
I do worry.
I don't worry about a thing.
You don't have to worry, you got us. We worry for
They're
in.
worried for us.
It's nice that you got a place to stay with your daughter,
Oh,
son-in-law.
Louis
You take
better
good
to me
care of
than
me.
she is.
Aw.
She puts me in my place. Kidding, kidding.
She's really-
I'm with them.
You're right about it. It's hard for people to live together. But she's one of the, I think anybody could live with, I know anybody could live with Helen unless they're a pain in the ass.
He's looking after my insurance.
Do we have
No, we
insurance?
already have the plan for that.
Yeah.
We saw a TV
I don't
show.
even have any life insurance. I never did carry it.
We saw a TV show many, many years together, all of us.
He lost all of his.
And one of the monitors, like, it was one of those horror shows, you know. And of course, well, somebody kept collecting on somebody's social security because they always took a bum off the street or something. You know, they didn't know who they were hardly, and they would
Yeah.
use them. So in fact, we're not going to go that far. We're just going to get a taxidermist. Put her in the window there. Every now and then her friends will come. And you know, they're doing a wonderful thing with robotics now. You know, you could even wave.
Just pop me up. But be sure nobody
But
knows.
the trouble with this show,
Now you'll knit.
it was a horror show, and the trouble, what's the thing about
Oh,
it is,
quiet.
the guy that, you know, was getting the disability and all this money, like,
Uh-huh.
had one limb missing. So every time they had to get somebody and get them drunk, and they cut off their limb. They cut off their leg, you know.
Oh, God.
So we're all sitting there. That show wasn't on too long. I don't know if you remember, it was called Dark Room. Remember that, Graham? Dark Room? It's sort of like a Twilight Zone or something.
Uh-huh,
We
yeah.
like stuff like that. She's real young at heart. She likes, like, all the senior citizens, she doesn't like the stuff the senior citizens. She likes Clint Eastwood movies and stuff. She likes sex and violence.
Bruce Willis
She
and
doesn't want all the other people.
Yeah, she's a young at heart,
yeah,
sure.
all these people she hangs out with want to watch, like, you know, Mary Poppins or something. Not Helen, she doesn't
You
like
get
it.
around a lot, don't you, Ellen?
It stirs my blood. Yeah, I get around quite a bit.
Oh,
I
that's
belong
good.
to these clubs, you know.
Yeah.
There's
that's
one,
good.
I must remember, the Fun Bunch. It's named the Fun Bunch. And we take trips and go places, which is good. And
That's
I
good.
met some people at that Lowry's. We went to a Lowry seasoning place. And the club was named the Hello Club. And that sounded kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
They all said hello.
We went to Lowry's plant.
Oh,
in
yeah.
California.
Lowry's
We had a nice
seasoning.
tour.
The Lowry's.
Lowry's.
Plant?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
Lowry's
the salad
seasoning.
seasoning.
Yeah, and they have a Lowry's restaurant out here, too.
Yeah.
We went to the restaurant, well, at their complex there, they had a restaurant. And then they gave you a tour of the plant and so on. It was very
Oh.
Well, you
interesting.
should see the restaurant and the facilities there.
Yeah. And
The
then
restaurant.
They have good food, yeah.
they have a rib
They
place.
specialize, I think, in prime rib.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like
Yeah.
to go there with Carol.
Yeah, I've eaten there many years ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they have
still-
very good food at that time.
Still there, they said.
Yeah.
Right.
We want to go, where else did we want to go? Griffith Park? Did you want to go? Where did you?
Oh, Griffith Park, where they play golf and things.
She wanted to go to Forest Lawn.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
they,
why the
yeah.
hell they want to go to Forest?
Well, they have something, I was there once when my brother came out from Chicago with his wife, and they have a place where you go in, and they have a picture of the Last Supper, and some very interesting things. I can't remember all of it now, but it's worthwhile seeing. But I don't know, they have 2 or 3 of them around here. You find out where the best one is, you know.
Oh.
They have a museum like that.
Yeah, they have the music, background music. It's very, very interesting if you
Yeah.
if you get to the right one. I don't know exactly which one it is.
Oh, they have separate ones, separate?
Well, they have 2 or 3 forest lawn cemeteries. I don't know whether they have this particular thing at all of them or not.
Did you go on a tour?
No,
Oh, you just walked. Oh,
no.
yeah. That's good.
Well, the Tonight Show was okay, but
Oh, the Johnny Carson, was it
Yeah.
Johnny Carson or the other guy?
It's Leno, which
Leno.
is like Leno anyway. But,
Yeah,
but the thing is, what irritated us about the whole thing is the way they just sort of treat you like cattle when you go there. Not that I expected much different, I
Yeah.
guess, really. But then we went on the tour, had a lousy guide on the tour at the NBC, and they charge you so much. It's a rip-off for what they do.
through NBC you mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And then they make you late for the dang thing, then we had to go out in this long line. Then they said something about cameras, and they were so fussy about cameras.
Oh,
And they
really?
don't put your camera in the car. Of course, then they never check anyway. But then it's just like, it's like completely where there's Lowry's is like much more, their PR is like is good, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like that tour. If they could say, well, if you want to leave a donation, or it's 50 cents or something, you know, or
Yeah.
whatever. And then, even if you had to go and sit and wait for the show, I can understand where you have to be in the theater, so they can't have
Yeah.
and just let you go in and sit down. No, you gotta stand out and sit out in the sun for 2 hours, I guess, and then you go in there and sit for another. It's just totally like.
I
Only
went to
one.
one show, but this was at least 15 years ago. And we have to stand out front doing line.
Poorly run, poorly
Yeah.
run.
But
I
I'm not that much.
For the money.
I'm not crazy about Johnny Carson anyway.
I'm not either. I like
We
this
like Leno a
Leno.
lot. Leno's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't like
Well,
Leno.
Carson used to be funny years
Oh, he
ago.
was, yeah.
Years ago, he's changed.
Yeah. In fact, I remember very vividly watching Carson, like you said, many years ago, when he was more Leno's age. I don't think age has anything to do with it, but it just so happens
Yeah.
that he was better than, some people
Yeah.
get better, or
Nah.
some people are always, like Bob Hope, I don't think has missed a step, really. He's just
Oh,
been
I
around
hate Bob
forever.
Hope. I hate
But he's
him
been
with a
around
passion.
forever,
You
yeah.
don't like him?
I hate him with a passion.
Why?
I don't know. I never did like him. And my sister loves him.
Yeah.
You
But that-
see how different people like
But
different
anyway,
people. Good.
yeah, Carson has not been that. I don't know why. Why does it seems like he doesn't have good writers anymore? He comes out
No, and I don't like his what do you call it?
delivery or monologue?
Delivery. I don't
Yeah.
like his delivery anymore.
I don't like him
And
either.
he's constantly putting his hand up to his nose and doing this and
Well, for the money he
She hadn't
gets,
noticed that.
oh
for them, we don't watch it that often, to be honest, because it's.
yeah. Well, I don't watch him anymore either. I did many years
But
ago.
like, we'll catch it, and sometimes if we're up later, we might, if we happen to be up, we'll turn it on and just catch the monologue and then turn the damn thing off. you
Yeah.
know? And of course, out there it comes on at 11. After 11:30, it comes on 11:30.
Yeah.
Or after the news, And of course.
Oh, it comes out here at 11. It comes on here at 11:30.
Oh, you're kidding. We thought maybe it
11:30.
came on a little earlier.
No.
Midnight.
11:30.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
around midnight.
No,
They-
it's 11:30. That's what
Yeah, they
I'm
tape
saying.
it. They tape it about it. I think it was 8:30 when you saw it, wasn't it?
We
The
taped
show-
it at 5:30.
5:30?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
the time
thought-
I went, it was 8:30.
Oh.
And then they show it here at 11:30.
Oh, I thought that,
No,
okay.
it was. It's not earlier.
But anyway, Leno is very good. He's very funny. I think. I mean, it's really,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, I don't watch him too often anymore.
Do you like the Golden Girls?
Yeah, I watched them, but
Yes.
yeah, getting a little dirty too. And
I don't like 'em.
some of their shows.
Oh, I tell you, they
Uh,
make out that elderly people like you and I.
Yeah.
All they're looking for is men, men, men.
Yeah.
As if you can't get along without a man.
Oh well, that's
I
it's
don't
just
like
that
it.
one girl there that Rue.
Lou
whatever her name is.
McCallum.
Yeah. She's
She is
she's the sexy one in the bunch.
Yeah. But and they make such dirty remarks. Even the old
Yeah,
lady.
their dialogue has been pretty much on the shady side lately.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they say the Pope watches it. The Pope watches the
Oh, he does?
Golden Girls. They must delete those parts. They, what do they call that? They erased them.
Subtitles, maybe they have a different interpretation.
Probably.
Yeah, the Italians.
Well, I have a hard time believing the Pope watches it personally.
Oh, well, that's what I read. I
Well,
think the
He's in
star.
Mexico right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Linda said we should go to Mexico. I said next time when we come for her graduation, we'll go to Mexico.
Yeah. Tijuana is supposed to be the place for tourists. I was there many, many years ago when we first got here.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to go to Mexico. doesn't hold any kind of.
No appeal, huh?
No.
I'd rather go to Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
I
Go to
would do
Mexico.
The Vegas is a must, oh, much.
I like
Yeah.
Vegas.
It's
We
a
went to
very
Vegas.
fascinating town, you'd love it. You should go on your way home.
Well,
Yeah.
we fly back. We don't fly to Vegas.
Oh, you don't fly through Vegas?
No.
Oh,
We came straight through from Dulles, from D.C. straight through.
How far
oh.
from Vegas?
No stops?
No, going back we have to stop Kansas City.
Oh,
Yeah, but we couldn't get a through flight going back.
how long did it take you to get here? How many hours?
It was 4.5 right on the nose from takeoff to landing. Of course, I didn't count this flight time. That was it.
Uh-huh.
You know, the other part takes a while. Then you go to the airport. I'm not
Yeah,
counting
yeah,
that.
flight
So
time.
all the time, if you want to add, you probably better. So you almost have to add an hour to the front and back of that. You know, so like about 6.5 hours.
Yeah,
By the time you're through at your airport, before driving, it could be 7 hours really.
yeah.
When you count the time getting to the airport. But
Really?
actually, air time when they took off,
4.5 hours.
4.5
That's not
on the
bad at
nose.
all.
Yeah, 4.5 on the nose. So I think a lot of times when people said it takes 6 hours, they must have been saying, just the whole
Yeah,
rigmarole, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Getting in and getting out.
yeah, it takes a good hour, maybe a little bit more from here to the airport. So that's one reason why I don't fly to Vegas, although I'm not crazy about flying. It takes so long to get to the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the bus is better.
Where
Yeah.
do you get the bus?
Oh, downtown here, it's not far, it's about a 5-10 minute ride in a cab. 5-minute ride.
Oh, see, and then you'd have some scenery on the way.
Then you have what?
Scenery.
Well, it's mostly desert land. If you
Seen
go
one
through the
desert,
desert,
things
it's
in
not,
all.
there's not much scenery. From here to Vegas is mostly desert.
Oh, okay.
You ever have any power outages here from storms or anything?
No.
That's something you don't have to contend
Very,
with
very,
that.
very rarely.
Like a brownout or something.
Yeah, very rarely.
Yeah. That's something we get more often.
Yeah, when you have
There's
electrical
some
storms out
storms,
there,
yeah.
that's one thing that probably causes it. No, we don't have those
I think
storms
so.
out here. You sure I can't get you guys a beer or soda?
No, we just
No.
ate. We
Go,
got up
if you
late.
want something, help yourself.
Oh, no. I'm not hungry. I wasn't at all hungry this morning. I had a piece of toast and a cup of coffee. And I feel so stuffed now.
So how was your report for your doctor, okay?
Well, it's my usual 4-month. I go see him about every 4 or 5 months. They just take my blood pressure. They test my heart. And listen to my lungs. And that's it. And come back and see me in 4 months.
Uh-huh.
But he keeps falling me out because I'm putting on so much weight. I can't lose any weight. But
Is it the medication you're taking?
I take medication, yeah. I take 3 kinds of medication. Every
Sometimes
day.
medication makes you heavy.
No, it's not from that. It's the fact that I'm just sitting around too much, I don't get around and exercise enough. And then I eat so much ice cream and cake and pie. All the things that are bad for me, But
Oh,
they're
so
lovely
good.
sweets.
So you go to the store over here?
To Tangent, where you call
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
No, I don't particularly like that store. I go up to Ralph's at 3rd and Vermont. Ralph's and Vaughn's. Much bigger markets. This is mostly a Mexican market. For the neighborhood here. This is a Mexican
Vaughn's.
neighborhood.
So you have to walk there? You walk
No,
there?
I take a bus. I get down here to the corner and the next corner and take a bus. Takes me about between 5 and 10 minutes on the bus
Uh-huh.
and back again.
So have you been living in this area?
Oh yeah, a long time, many, many years, yeah.
Because Carol said, oh, it's near the stadium. And I said, uh-oh. I'm a trolley party like that. You were in the ball game. Did he go to the ball game?
Yeah, we
to
used to
lunch?
go to the ball game quite a bit, yeah.
So did you take a bus to the ball game or a cab?
Oh,
or-
well, he had a car.
Yeah, that's right. He had a car.
Yeah,
for
he
a
had a
while.
car there
Yeah.
for about 10
He
years.
told me the story about the car, but I don't remember.
Yeah, he had a car.
On one of his visits, he did tell me about the car.
For many, many years, he wanted a car, and I wouldn't let him buy one because he used to drink quite a bit, and always was
Or yeah, that.
afraid. So I said, well, if you quit drinking, I said, you can have your car. So he did. He quit for about a whole year without a drop. So we bought a car. Yeah, I'm glad we did because he enjoyed driving. Used to go to the golf course and used to play golf quite a bit.
Yeah, he told me about the golf.
Yeah, in fact, he got a plaque up there. He had a hole in one.
Oh, you have to be pretty good to
He
do
liked
that.
to play golf.
Yeah.
It's harder too when you just start driving later in life than when you're younger.
Yeah.
I would think it would be. What, did he
Yeah,
go to
but
driving school?
he was a good driver.
Did he go to driving school?
I think for just a short time, because he
The first-
knew how to drive
Uh-huh.
from before.
I see.
And, he took quite a few trips to Las Vegas and back. He loved to drive.
That's good.
Yeah, so he used to go to the ball game in the car.
It's terrible around our place to park, when you go to those things. Out in Frederick now, I don't really. When we lived in Adelphi, I'd go down to the stadium more, but we're so far now, it takes all day. Then you try to do so much around the house and this and that.
Yeah.
And on the weekend, so it's a lot easier just to do your chores, and then when the damn ball game comes on, sit down and watch it.
Watch it on TV, sure.
In other words,
That's
it
a
would
lot
be-
cheaper,
it's-
too,
well, it's a
they
lot
charge-
cheaper, and it's
The prices that they charge, I understand, are terrible.
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
same way to going to a movie.
Yeah, but it takes up your whole
You
day.
have to pay $7 to get into a movie these days.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
When your mom was out here with Doug and Judy, they went to Las Vegas, I think, didn't? Yeah, they went
Yeah.
to Las Vegas.
Yeah. How's Judy doing?
Oh, that was a strange. She's doing well. Outwardly, what can you say? She's doing good. I feel so bad. It's
She doesn't have a husband.
what can you say? I mean, it's like I feel like what I went through here is it's pretty strange being laid off on a job after 22 years. But I consider that a Sunday picnic thanks to what she went through. I mean, that's your whole life. I
Yeah,
guess talk about rejection, right?
that's
Yeah.
terrible.
You know what I mean? That's like your family,
Yeah.
your whole thing. And
Sure.
then she's had to put up with this a long time. And hell, the girl is like younger than her kids and all this crap and that. So it's a pretty
That's a
bad
damn shame,
situation,
yeah.
the whole thing. It's
Well,
and then the way I think, well, it's been going on a while. So I gather it's so civilized, how would you want it? It's like, I guess the kids, needed their father. And so in other words, she's always sort of, and maybe she always thought, I don't know, we're trying to analyze it, maybe she always felt that
he'd come back.
he'd come back or something.
Yeah.
So they've always stayed kind of close, but
Uh-huh.
they got these weird situations where,
He's married now, isn't he?
yeah, they just
Yeah,
got
got
married.
married.
And not just before the daughter got married.
Yeah.
And, but that is a weird situation before they're married. I mean, here's your father, here the girls are going to, the condo wherever with his young girlfriend. And, I mean,
Yeah.
things that are sort of kind of bizarre. It's like
Yeah,
right out of a
it's
soap
an odd
opera.
situation.
Yeah,
Odd.
very.
He's still practicing law. Huh?
Yeah. And then,
Does she collect alimony?
as far as I know, he's been generous with them, but I don't know who gets what or what.
Yeah.
He kind of pacifies the kids. We've spent a lot more time with him recently, but, of course that wasn't compared to before. And
She's got to get money from somewhere to live, though. She's got a
well,
job.
she works and everything. But I think the kids did, we went out on one outing and the kids were kind of moaning. One of the kids was moaning. Well, that was the only one that was with us that night, right? She was saying stuff about, well, all he thinks he can do is give us money and that'll, for school and all. So evidently the old man will give him money for school and here's the money for clothes and sort of buy him off, even
Yeah.
if they don't spend any time with him or something.
Yeah.
Little as I've seen, the kids are very nice, I think. 'Cause the few times we did see them over the years, they were always very warm. Like they acted like you saw them all the time, which I
Yeah.
thought was kind of unusual or at least extra nice. And they're still like, they're very nice. A little bit we saw, and of course recently we've seen them a lot more. And so of course that's what I was getting to. It was kind of sad when I videoed the wedding. I still have to edit it.
Maybe she'll find somebody and get married again.
I hope so.
But it was so sad still. So they came out and danced together and all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Judy and Doug, you know,
Yeah.
the parents, they, and then of course, and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
then when I was watching the thing, like, how did this come out? I'm watching
Yeah.
here, and it's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
So I guess
Those things happen, honey, in life.
yeah, but I gotta say one thing: you're damn lucky if they never happened to you, right?
Yeah,
And you can go through this whole life without having that kind of rejection.
Yeah,
You're
that's for
doing
sure.
damn good, right?
that's for sure.
That's about the biggest thing I could see. I mean, I think, you know,
Mm,
I'd rather get a disease personally.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
a darn
'cause
shame.
that's gotta pretty much undermine your whole, how do you shake that off, right?
Yeah.
You can always get another job, and then getting a husband, that's a
Yeah,
personal thing.
that's a shame, really.
Yeah, that's a real.
Oh. It's tough to be alone when you're young. It's tough enough when you're old, but when you're young, that much worse.
Yeah, under the circumstances too.
That's
Well,
what I say, that's gotta
she
hurt
might-
pretty deep. That's
Yeah,
gotta
she
hurt
might
pretty
find somebody.
I hope she does. She's a nice person. Very
Dee
nice.
really went through it. She
Okay,
really went through it.
Yeah.
But I was shocked when I
Maybe,
saw the
maybe
girl he married.
She married, married that guy. She
Dee.
married this guy and he had what?
Who is this?
Diana,
Diana.
Dee, Dee Dee.
Oh,
Yeah, she
Oh,
really
yeah.
had a bad time.
yeah.
And she had the baby and
Yeah, she calls me from time to time,
he
yeah.
didn't
We keep in
support her at
touch.
all. I mean,
No, she didn't get anything from her.
no.
And Dee was always very quiet.
Yeah, she's a very nice girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she calls me and keeps in touch all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Her
she was
daughter's
raising that kid
graduating
all by
now.
herself, that's about, I don't know.
Yeah, her daughter is graduating high school.
Uh,
I don't know exactly what day or what month, it's sometime now, soon.
Yeah, usually June.
In June, yeah. I gotta send her a card. I can't find any graduation cards. I went to the market the other day.
Too soon?
And in the Ralph's where I go shopping, they didn't have any graduation cards. But I guess maybe they'll have them in a few weeks. Yeah, that was a tough situation with Dee Dee.
and then, of course, what happened to her sister, boy, they were kind of jinxed, weren't they?
Yeah, very.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God, that was horrible.
But I'm sure
Yeah.
Jimmy at least had some money, and she probably had some life insurance.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that-
Mary.
Yeah.
Mary, yeah.
But Diane, like Dee, didn't,
Yeah, she didn't have anything.
nothing.
But I was
But
just
she got a
thinking,
big mortgage on the house, I think, too.
Oh, I don't, oh, yeah,
Her
now.
parents'
Oh,
house.
yeah, because,
They had just bought it, I think, a few years,
maybe
Yeah.
10 years before.
yeah.
But they had that other house all bought and paid for. And
Oh, the
then-
one in
up the street from.
on Palm Street.
Yeah, yeah.
No, around the corner.
Yeah, around the corner from Palm Street, yeah.
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 And they
But they bought this other house on Park Avenue or Park Drive.
Yeah.
Well,
So I imagine it must be a,
we did visit Louis a few times, Carol.
did you?
And,
He didn't
I
recognize
wish I had a better memory myself, but, oh, it was amazing. Well,
He went in and out.
sometimes he was real lucid. See, this is what was
Oh,
neat.
really?
And, oh, yeah, sometimes he knew, and then other
Uh-huh.
times, and it was really weird. I don't know, how it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Because he did little things as we went around where he was real sharp. And
Uh-huh.
of course, he couldn't remember a lot of times, like that problem, things when he was just a boy.
Oh.
Oh yeah, when he worked with Charlie in the barber shop or whatever, when they cut hair or something, he'd really go on for that.
Oh, my.
Yeah, and then, but a few times, even around the hospital, he said and did little things. I remember he made some comments that were today, you know.
Uh-huh.
Where's my
Yeah.
wife? He'd ask where Franny was.
And then, but then other times he, but it was, but we
Yeah.
did catch him on at least I know that one good time. That was interesting. Because other
Mhm.
times, so we've only saw him a few times.
Yeah, well, that Alzheimer's disease is a very sad
Yeah.
thing, very sad thing. I think his wife had it too,
No.
right?
No.
Didn't she?
No, she was shot at the attack. We saw her we went up and saw her the day before she died.
Yeah.
We drove
What
up.
happened with her?
She had leukemia, as I remember.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Well, we got a call from Gloria that that
mother
she-
was
that
sick.
her mom was sick, and very sick. So, since we could, I said, well, you know how it is when you're working. I said, well, why don't we just go up and see her before, in case, whatever, see? And of course, we were so thankful we did, because we went up and saw her that weekend, and she was dead after that.
Oh, my.
She
It
died.
was around Easter we went up.
Yeah, and she was like, I always used to tease her, because, oh my God, she was like Lady of Iron.
Yeah.
She used to talk about doing her push-ups and, the whole routine.
She was a strong person,
Yeah.
mentally and physically.
Yeah, you would think she would have lasted 300 years or something.
Well, she spent all of her time taking care of Louis.
Yeah,
he
she
would
did.
drift off and
Yeah.
he'd wander off. They had to take care of him like a child for a couple of years.
Before he was in the...
Yeah.
That was a nice home he was in, too.
Mhm.
We saw it. It was very clean, very nice.
Yeah, Dee Dee used to take him home at Christmas time and Thanksgiving. She said he wouldn't know where he was at. Didn't recognize him.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah, it's
Here
very,
his heart
very
is-
sad thing.
Here's your heart and everything else is so good. Yeah, he was strong as a box, wasn't he, otherwise?
Yeah, yeah.
How old he was when he did that?
I don't know.
He was 80s,
Yeah.
but he
He
was
was
like
up in years,
skin
maybe.
and bones.
Yeah.
He was always
He was-
frail.
yeah,
but
he
I
was
mean,
never
This,
Yeah, he was always
yeah.
frail.
this is like he was skeletal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I tell Helen, it's still always better
course,
having a little weight on you when you're older in case you get real sick. You have
Yeah.
some, because some people,
Mill
if they're too
died.
thin.
She had Alzheimer's, you know that.
Mildred.
Mill.
Yeah.
Oh,
I never
she
did see
had it.
Mildred with it.
Yeah,
so.
she had it. Well,
Did you meet Joe too? You
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you met Joe and Mildred?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, I thought they passed away before.
No, we've been going together since we were in high school.
so she met him even before we were married.
Right.
Oh.
She would come up to Scranton a couple times with us.
But
So she was over to Old Fort where Mildred and Joe lived. And where, Grandma lived with us.
Mm-hmm.
So Carol was even over there. And of course played around with the kids. Who was it? Sandy was the baby?
yeah, we went to see Grandma.
Yeah. She got a big fuss over Sandy.
Never cried. Afraid of old people.
Yeah.
I always remember, you can probably remember this better, but the day, I guess it was the E-Day. The E-Day, and I don't know what I was doing home, I can't remember that. But anyway, all I remember is Grandma was out on the porch beating pots and pans with two little flags sticking out of her bun. Do you remember that at all?
Very, very vaguely, vaguely.
And of course, that was a great day to be over 21. I mean, if there's probably nobody more excuse to party than that day, then right? I mean, that was like Christmas and everything rolled into one day, right?
Combined, yeah.
Everybody was like, I guess, friendly, and if there was probably one day when everybody sort of was together, I guess there was no day it probably topped that, would you think? I don't think.
No.
And of
That
course,
was
I
a
was a
big
little
day.
kid, so
Big,
of course,
big
all
day.
I remember was, it was a nice day, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Nice and sunny,
Big
Grandma's
day.
out there, and I'm like, what is she doing? And then I heard, the war's over or something, And I'm trying to figure out why I was home from school, or they didn't, I don't know, maybe you guys knew and they called off school and they didn't make me get up, because I remember getting up and she was out there. I can't quite remember that. Unless maybe it was, here we go, my history, but what, it was it June? Or, it wasn't a,
Yeah, it was
summer.
in the summer, I think.
Yeah, summer.
Yeah.
I think it was in June or May.
Yeah, I believe so.
Maybe we were out of school already. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm home. I guess it was in June sometime. Do you remember? I don't know. Now I do remember Japan was a little later. Later, so many months later. Whatever, it was later because then. In fact, I had that little friend Dominic, whose brother was in the service. And of course, anybody had a brother in the service or something, that was a big deal, or father or something, right?
Yeah.
He had something to brag about, I guess.
Right.
And he even told me something about that. About Japan was going to surrender or something. Or pistols first.
So where are you planning on going today?
I don't know, we're going everywhere. back up there. The sun's out. The sun's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might get a little warmer later on.
Yeah, chilly.
It's cool today, yeah.
Well, one thing you don't sweat as much, and I sweat terrible, and this is great. I love this.
Yeah.
And it's great for taking pictures and all, because out in our place, you know, the best time, spring and fall. In summer, you carry this stuff around, you get hot and you're sweating, and it's terrible. God, here it's just dry and it's nice.
I don't like the hot weather myself. I'd rather.
Yeah.
So you haven't been back home for 20 years anymore, huh?
Where?
To Scranton. Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know when I was there. A long, long time ago.
You have air conditioning here.
Any what?
Air conditioning.
No. No, I forget when I went to Scranton last. When my mother passed away, I guess. I don't remember exactly when that was. That was 68, I think it was.
I was trying to remember the last when we saw you in Maryland.
Well, when Sandy was born.
Yeah, so that was Sandy.
64, so it was 60. It was the year before she was born. 63.
Sandy was born 63.
64, but I was going to have Sandy, and that's when the
Oh.
last time we saw you and Charlie.
And that was
I only vaguely remember being there, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I erased so many things out of my mind about the past.
It has 75% less sodium, a fresh lemony taste, and you can take it with just a little water. How was it? Great, but it's not Alka-Seltzer. Yes, it is. It is. Don't it feel better? Yes, but it's not Alka-Seltzer. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it
New
is.
advanced formula. Believe it or not, it's Alka-Seltzer.
No, it is.
When the people at Together Dating Service asked me to do a TV commercial, my first reaction was, you've got to be kidding. But then I thought, why not? I met a lot of great people at Together, and I really do believe in the concept of a dating service. So, here I am. Unfortunately, they've only given me 30 seconds. So I just wanted to say to any single person watching, join Together. It'll be the best thing you've ever done for yourself.
Together has 9 offices in the Washington, Baltimore area. Call the office nearest you today.
This morning, the taste of one coffee is opening some eyes.
Hey, you guys, feel off. This is great.
This is delicious. What is this?
Sanka ground roast. No way, this isn't Sanka.
You know, this smells really good.
That is good.
Sanka decaffeinated coffee has found a special natural way to remove caffeine while keeping virtually all of the coffee flavor in the bean.
This is great.
Today's Sanka. The taste will open your eyes.
Listen, I know football and I know coffee. This is good coffee.
No little cinnamon gum freshens breath longer than Big Red.
So kiss a little longer, stay close a little longer, hold tight a little longer, longer with Big Red. That Big Red freshness lasts right through it. Your fresh breath goes on and on. While you chew it, say goodbye a little longer, make it last a little longer. Give your breath long-lasting freshness with Big Red.
And now, Highlander continues.
Trouble. I am trouble. I work out for a living. I'm bad. You know I look good because I do this half-hour workout every other day. You get aerobic, you get muscles, you get strength. This could be really hip.
Hurry, these are the final days to join Holiday and get winter free. Call 1-800-333-1312.
Yeah, I mean 30 minutes just isn't that much to donate to your body.
Get pumping.
Forgot to add the softener sheets.
Now you can forget about adding fabric softener forever. Introducing the new liquid detergent and fabric softener in one. Solo. New Solo gives you a clean so soft, it's actually fluffed up higher with softness. So forget adding fabric softener.
I missed it.
New Solo cleans with a softness you can't forget.
At Meineke, your bill won't go up just because your car does, thanks to our free undercar inspection. So bring your car to Meineke. We'll give you a lift without taking you for a ride.
They've been called dangerous, defensive fanatics, and giant killers. The Villanova Wildcats are ripping through the Big East, and Georgetown's next in their path. Can the Hoyas cage the explosive Wildcats? Find out live Monday at 7:30.
This is Channel 5, Fox Television in Washington, D.C.
Michael Caine's on vacation and up to his neck in trouble when his best friend's daughter makes him an offer he can't refuse in Blame It on Rio. Due to the mature nature of the following motion picture and the depiction of mature themes, viewer discretion is advised.
Visit Shoppers and see for yourself why so many people have switched.
We're proud of the freshness and low prices of our seafood department and a wide assortment of sliced-to-order delicatessen. And warehouse prices like Folgers regular ground coffee, 39-ounce can, $5.44. Norwestern Deluxe turkey breast, $2.97 a pound. And Eckrich smoked sausage, all varieties, $1.75 a pound.
Your total order will cost you less at Shoppers Food Warehouse.
When you can't get out for great Mexican food, you'll be glad that Chi-Chi salsa is now in a jar. Chi-Chi salsa, the taste you'd find at Chi-Chi's restaurant, now at your grocer's.
You're not going to lose weight by going to the refrigerator during this commercial. Go to the telephone instead. Now pick it up and call Diet Center for a quick and easy way to lose weight.
Call today for Diet Center's Countdown Special. Start losing weight for just $69. Offer good for a limited time only at participating Diet Centers.
What have you got to lose? Get serious. Call Diet Center.
We'd like to make a point with this filthy piece of grungy burlap. Bold works like no regular detergent can because Bold has deep fiber action that actually fluffs up and untangles fibers while it releases trapped dirt. So even burlap comes out clean and as soft as a baby's. Well, you know, Bold for a clean that feels as good as it looks.
Michael Caine is starring in Blame It on Rio. We'll have more after this.
There is one addiction that has nothing to do with drugs.
Make a few extra bucks on a football game. You lose, this guy's really gonna hurt you.
It can happen to anyone, even a cop.
And you're a problem.
21 Jump Street. Then, on Alien Nation, he's a cop working a murder case, but is his partner protecting the killer?
Tuesday on Fox.
Save your dough. For a limited time, Domino's Pizza has a New Year's deal. 2 pizzas each with 1 topping for only $10.95. So call Domino's Pizza on the double. We'll be there in 30 minutes or less, hot and fresh. 2 pizzas, just $10.95. Call Domino's Pizza. Nobody delivers better. Offer may vary.
Get 2 12-inch one-item original pizzas for only $10.95 plus tax. That's right, $10.95 for both pizzas. Additional toppings extra. Offer won't last long. Call Domino's today.
I like orange juice, but to me it's a bit sweet for the first taste in the morning. So now comes Welch's with his new frozen cranberry orange juice cocktail. The cranberry keeps the orange from tasting too sweet, and the orange keeps the cranberry from tasting too tangy. That's brilliant. But then Welch's has been blending fruit juices for generations. Welch's new cranberry orange. Practice makes perfect.
taking our clothes off. Up to 60% off at The Forgotten Woman. Unforgettable fashions in large sizes.
Now let's rejoin Blame It on...